the Eastern Cape Department of Arts and Culture is hosting the second day of the Eastern Cape Book Fair. This is at the Mandla Makopula Leadership Institute in East London. So last night, the department honoured literary legends at a gala dinner for their contributions to literature. The department also used the opening of the book fair to announce 20 authors that they will be publishing this year. 5 of them received laptops from the department. But for more on this, Newzroom Afrika's Vuyolwethu Yamba joins us live from East London. Vuyolwethu, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm interested to see some of the literary great works that you're seeing out there, but also what we're seeing and hearing from the authors.
Good morning to you, Naledi, and we are coming to you live from East London. It's called the City of Literature and is recognized by UNESCO. You'll remember, Naledi, that UNESCO is one of the organizations that respect towns that have people like Odada or Profumtunze. Profumtunze, right? His honoring was held right here in East London yesterday on a second Eastern Cape annual book fair that has started yesterday, the 4th. It is ending today, the 5th of October. It's a 2-day book fair that kick-started with a gala dinner event that celebrates Prof. Mtuze. To tell a little bit about Professor Mtuze has authorized numerous novels used in schools and tertiary institutions, including Dingezweni, Singa and Vala Mazibuko. Those are one of his popular work. He's also known for translating significant work such as Nelson Mandela's Long Walk to Freedom and Steve Biko's I Write What I Like into isiXhosa. Now, next to me, I have someone who is a well-published author. Tata, thank you so much for making time for us. We are live on Newzroom Afrika. Can you kindly tell us, how do you feel as a writer when events like this happen?
Oh, we feel honored. We really feel honored to have Professor Mtuze amongst us as a veteran. Those of us who are starting to write now, we are really honored that we are starting that journey with him still alive, especially if you are writing works in isiXhosa. You can look up at his books and see how you must write your own works. He is also available to answer questions that we feel as young authors, as emerging authors, that maybe we're not clear about. So really, it's an immense honor for us. Yes, yeah.
I mean, we are talking about a man who has played a big role in Eastern Cape literacy. What message would you think days like these or events like these send to young authors out there?
Oh, definitely a very, very big lesson of taking note of what has come before us, because we are struggling to write, especially to write in African languages, and we would want to see how those who did it, how they actually went about doing it, and to help us to develop a reading culture that talks to how Xhosa works should be embedded in how we read them every day. So really, I mean, anyone who sees this event must take that this is a significant moment in the promotion of African languages and in the promotion of works by African writers. Yes.
Let's talk about nurturing the culture and the language in a form of writing. How is that important, especially to this generation?
It's exceedingly important. I mean, because we are talking about a space where there has been so many developments, which in our own languages we don't have the terminology to relate to it. And so the more there is more African writers that are writing and they are developing terminology that assists us in relating, for example, to issues of technology, to issues of ICTs and all of those things, the much the better. So I mean, we are really happy that we can have events of this nature that help us to connect with our languages not only in terms of looking back into the past, but how to exist with our languages in terms of the lives we live today. So it's very, very important. Yeah.
I mean, as an author, I'm sure there are some of the challenges that you have faced along the way. What are some of those challenges, and how do you think, the MEC, now that she's here, they can be, tackled?
Well, I mean, it's. I think the entire publishing space needs to be looked at so that it can be made a lot more friendlier to African languages in particular. The tendency in South Africa is for books to be written more in English. I guess it's a convenience in terms of us having so many languages that are regionalized in terms of their location. So English tends to work as a connector, but there's also a cost to that, in the sense that we are not using language to unite us, because our languages are confining us in certain spaces. So the more we make use of African languages and mainstream them, the better. And I think events like this are a way to get us there.
Tata, thank you so much for your time. Okay, Naledi, we have someone also. Remember yesterday, 20 unpublished authors were given laptops. So next to me, I have one of the self-published people next to me. Mama, thank you so much for making time for us. Let's talk about you as an author. What are some of the challenges, especially as someone who is self-published?
Thank you very much for giving me this chance. Okay, the challenge I faced is that I didn't know how to publish my books. I've got plenty of manuscripts which are in my laptop, but I don't know where to publish them. But finally, Arts and Culture rescued me from that problem.
All right. Mama, we will have to hold it right there for now. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Now, lady, let's get back to you.
So much for that. An interesting conversation around how our own publishers are telling, our own authors rather, are telling our stories. All right.